I'd like to thank our sponsor guest, Benedictine University. Please welcome one of the premier educational institutions in the city of Mesa. They've grown by leaps and bounds. And today, to talk about that, is the newly appointed president. Please welcome, from Benedictine University, Mr. Charlie Gregory. Charlie, come on up. Welcome, sir.
Good morning. How are you? It's good to see you again.
Good to see you again. Welcome to Mesa Morning Live. And wow, what's going on at Benedictine? Fill us in.
Well, we had another good start, another good year. We continue to grow out here. I think we've been growing at a rate of about 10 to 12% a year, which is good. I think we opened up this fall with about 500 students.
That's great.
Athletic program is off the charts. Our volleyball team finished up second in the country this last year.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we're still rolling along.
Now, how long have you been in existence in Mesa?
We opened up, we signed the agreement in 2012. We had our first four-year graduating class in 2017. So we started out.
So you're new, but you're growing 10 to 12% a year. That's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, we're very proud of it.
What do you attribute the growth to, and why Mesa? Why did you decide to come here?
That's a great question, because it's really one and the same. Mesa had a good fit for us. Our main campus is back in Lisle, Illinois, and we've been around there for about 133 years. But we could see that the growth was going to start taking place in the West, and we had an invitation to come in around 2012. Looked at it, and it was a nice fit. Benedictine is the only standalone Catholic university in the entire state of Arizona, and so we felt like that was a market. But the reason Mesa is because it fit what we're about. The Benedictine order is about hospitality. It's about community. It's about welcoming. And from the first visit out here that I made in those days, I got that same feeling. So went back, reported to the president at that time and the board, and everything else is pretty much history. But it was a great fit from day one, and still is. We have a great partnership with the city of Mesa. And we continue. That helps our growth, obviously. But we're attracting kids from all over the country, quite honestly. So it's not just the local market that we're into. But our kids, most of them are first-generation college students. They face a lot of challenges. But in spite of those challenges, somebody asked me about Benedictine and why it's so different. I think we take hope from many of these kids. And if you're a first-generation college student, you know how difficult that is. You still have that hope and dream. So we are pretty much the people on the other side of the coin that say, let's make those hopes and dreams become careers and realities.
That's great. So what's on the horizon? What's the next step for your university?
New programming, continued growth. We're looking at expanding already. Expanding our curriculum. My goal is to hopefully add a new academic program every 2 years out here, depending on what the market needs and what the demands are for the population, both for the city and for the larger community, attracting a bigger piece, if you will, of the interest, and that's what we want to do.
That's great. Well, congratulations on being the new president. What's involved with that? Do you have to do like a State of the Union?
That's probably the best question of all. I'm still, I was telling the mayor, we were talking for 18 years. The better part of 18 years, I was executive vice president at the university, and I thought, okay, I can figure this one out. Bad assumption on my part, but I do enjoy representing the institution. We have wonderful faculty, wonderful staff. And like I said, we attract a different type of student, so it's a neat place to be.
If somebody wants to get involved with the university, well, first of all, where are you physically located?
We're at 225 Main. It's the old Southside Hospital that the city renovated, and we're located there. We started out right across the street at City Hall by the Mac Center, 55. If you see the building with a big B on it, that's where we began, with just a few desks and a hope on our end and a dream on our end. And we moved from there to the 225. Plus, we have residential students living in the Alhambra Hotel that was renovated, and that's one of our residence halls. Then we have the Mesa Higher Ed Center, where we do a lot of our science programs. So we're kind of spread out, but that's good.
That's awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
So if somebody does want to get involved or has questions about the university, I'm sure they can find a lot of stuff out online. But how would they get involved with with what you're doing?
The best thing to do really is just come to campus and visit. Let them see firsthand, because it's a magnificent facility, and it's one where it's very engaging. So if they'll just come to our campus at 225 on Main Street, you can't miss it. It's got the big B on it.
The big B, that's
Big
perfect.
B.
Well, you're going to stick around, I hope, after the show. If anybody in the audience here has got any questions, make sure you chat and see if you can't be a good fit. You're always looking for more students, right?
Always.
What's a typical student? Is there a lot of diversity as far as age groups? And I know you said it's first generation, but...
We're about diversity and inclusion.
Okay.
That's what we really are. We do have a diverse population. We have athletes, we have non-athletes, but everybody at the institution, and I'm being very general, but most everybody at the institution, a student comes to us because they're engaged and they want to be engaged in the community. We look for athletes, but we look for students that happen to be athletes, not athletes that happen to be students.
That's awesome.
Because they want to get involved in the community. They do a lot of volunteer work. We have a project that we use some of our students with the chamber. It's a leadership program. It's a partnership. These kinds of things. So no one on our campus is immune to community service. And that makes a big difference for us.
That's great. Well, welcome to continued success, and welcome to Mesa, and thanks for making it a better place to live and work.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
How about a big round of applause to the President of Benedictine University, Mr. Charlie Gregory. Thanks, Charlie. Good to see you.